first thing you want to do, which sounds a little strange, is to use a water bottle. And you're going to want to take a water bottle for either an FPV. I've not done it on a DJI because usually it doesn't need it, but you want to take a water bottle and strap it to the bottom of your FPV drone. And it sounds a little strange to do this, and the reason why you want to do it this way is when you take the water bottle, if you crash your drone into the water, the drone will float because it has a water bottle onto it instead of sink to the bottom. And hopefully you can look out for that water bottle and you can still have your drone attached, and hopefully it will not be destroyed. Now, it might be ruined, but you might be able to still pull some parts off of it and hopefully dry them out and get it working again. It's better than nothing, and it's better than losing all the data that you just had and dropping it in the middle of a lake. The second thing, you want to stay a little bit farther away from the water. Now, you do get some awesome shots when you're really close to the water. Sometimes, if it's really rough waves, then the water can splash up, hit your drone, and you could lose control and it'd fall into the water. Still, that's why you want to have a water bottle. You just won't run the risk of losing your drone. Now, another thing is when you get out to a lake or a body of water and you'll see that some of the shots aren't the best and you want to take a photo or video, you're getting a reflection on the water. Now, a thing to fix that is a CPL filter. Now, this is like an ND filter, which I've talked about in the past, but what this does is it will rotate, and what it does when you rotate it is it cancels out shadows on that point of where you're rotating it. So when you take off, you want to make sure that hopefully it's rotated correctly, so it's usually facing at the bottom of your photo. It'll cancel out the reflections, and it also helps with adding more vibrance and color into your shot. This is amazing when you go out and you want to take some awesome lake photos or anything similar to that, and you can really change the quality of your shot. Like, here's the two differences. This one was without the CPL filter, and this one was with the CPL filter. That's a pretty big difference. Make sure you know the limitations of your drone, because the last thing you want is to go out there and lose signal over the water and have your drone just fall into the water and you lose it forever. Or you could know the limitations of your drone and go out over the water and know, if I go this far, I'm gonna lose signal, and you just stay a little bit farther back and you'll be perfectly fine. I made the mistake of going out over the water and not knowing where I was, and I got confused, and I just kept flying in circles trying to find where I was, and finally I had to land, and I took off the goggles, found out where I was, and came all the way back. Now, that was a mistake in my part, because if I would have gone out and looked at my surroundings, I would have known completely where I was and how to get back, instead of guessing and trying to figure out and then landing randomly. And a bonus is to make sure to watch out for birds, because when you're on the beach, some birds are really territorial. They'll come up and try to swoop at your drone, especially a thing that you do not want to have happen on your trip, to get your drone destroyed, or to hurt a bird, or to have someone get mad at you. I hope you learned something, and I hope this helped. I'm Zane Shaw, and keep flying.